Rick Murray, my goodness. I am telling you, he has a pocket of miracles, and I won't say anything else right now. But we promised to tell you about Open Campus, what it means, what is it, who does it cater for? And of course, this morning, to help us do just that, we have Professor Vivian Roberts with us, principal of the UWI Open Campus. And we also have Dr. Ian Austin, head of the Open Campus here in Barbados. So good morning and welcome to Morning Barbados.
Good morning, and thank you, Cassandra, but I must explain, I'm the deputy principal of the Open Campus.
All right, thank you very much for that correction and adjustment we have made. Now, I'd like to start by having you give a little background. I understand this Open Campus has been around for about 60 years, but in a different way. So tell us about it.
Yes. The UWI Open Campus is the newest of the 4 campuses. It was legally established in 2007, became operational in 2008. But its predecessor would have been the Extramural Center, which was established at the very beginning in 1948 when the UWI was established.
Right.
So there has been a parallel kind of activity going on, an outreach arm of the university, which was at first Extramural Center, then became the School of Continuing Studies. What has happened is that there has been a solidification of the various outreach arms to become the Open Campus. It is a distributed campus in that it has physical locations in each of the countries that contribute to UWI.
Okay.
So with the OECS countries, Barbados, Jamaica, Trinidad, and in the Northern Caribbean, Bahamas, Belize, Cayman.
So it goes up to about 15 in total then?
So there are 15 countries, but there are 42 sites.
Wow.
Because Trinidad and Jamaica, because they're bigger countries, have multiple sites.
Right.
What is different about the Open Campus is that it uses a lot of technology. It infuses technology in what it does, both in administration as well as in delivery of courses. Not that the other campus don't use it.
But this more so.
But this is more so. We're open because we offer a wide range of programs. We offer programs from low levels up to graduate levels. We're organized into 3 different departments. We have a pre-university and professional division, an undergraduate division, and a graduate department. Like the other universities, we're headed by a principal who is a pro-vice chancellor. We're governed by the same statutes and ordinances. Our degree is identical. When we're offering degree programs, the students write the same exam, they're awarded the same certificate. We have a quality assurance officer that ensures quality across to the board. So our difference is really the mode of delivery and our distributed environment, but the quality of our program
Still
is
the same. A high level of credibility.
High level of credibility.
Okay.
We had our first graduation as an open campus in St. Lucia. We had 700 students who were eligible for graduation, but only 160 of them actually graduated. In each country, there is at least one site. So in Barbados, for example, there is what used to be the School of Continuing Studies that is now called the Open Campus Barbados site. And that is what is headed by Dr. Austin.
Yeah, that's a good point to pull in, Dr. Austin. Tell us a bit about, you're head of that Open Campus here. So
Yes,
what can you tell us about it, and anything else certainly that you'd like to add?
Yes, certainly. And adding on what Professor Roberts said, we continue to do the work that we have done in the past, but we've also brought together other aspects of the works that were done in different divisions of the university. And so, for example, we still offer courses that would range from certificate, associate degree, diplomas, bachelor's degrees, all the way to master's degrees. That is still part of the further education aspect of our work. Then there is the outreach, where we do public lectures and we go into the community and do work in the community and so on. I will expand on that shortly. And the third aspect, because we use a 3-pronged approach in Barbados, And the third aspect is the workforce development. That is a new initiative that is coming on stream in the new year, where there's going to be heavy emphasis on workforce training. And we see in the aggregate these things contributing significantly to developing the human resource capacity in Barbados.
Okay.
One of the things I would want to add, and I said I would expand on.
Community.
Yes, that is a critical part of our work. For example, we have a partnership with the Central Bank of Barbados, in which we do a lunchtime lecture every month, and it's covered heavily by the Caribbean Broadcasting Corporation. And in that lecture series, we discuss a lot of topical issues, a lot of issues pertinent to the development of Barbados. And in fact, I always say that we sow the seeds of national dialogue and discourse during those presentations.
Right.
There is another part of our work which we will be launching in the new year, and that is what we call the initiative of Brothers for a Better Barbados. The Brothers for a Better Barbados is an attempt to take the university to the community, but specifically trying to target those young males who are not attending universities.
Okay.
We know that there is a disproportionate amount of
Males to
males
females.
in university, absolutely. And we cannot sit back and do nothing about it. We have to confront it and address it.
So
Otherwise,
this is your way of saying we're making it more accessible. All you
Absolutely.
have to do is take it up.
Absolutely. And we'll go into the communities and we will work with community clubs, community associations, religious groups, influential persons to try to create that link between those young men in the community and the university. And here is the real catch to it. Once we've enticed them to come to the university, we have a laddered or a layered approach to our offerings that will allow us to take them from wherever they are. So if they're challenged even to read and write, we can take
You can
them
work
from
with
there
that.
and work from there, because we have a program that does exactly that. If they need to do CXCs to build a foundation in order to guarantee some success in their programs, we can take them from there also, because we have that tool.
Do you see this as the extended effort of the principal professor, Sir Hilary Beckles, to have a graduate in every household?
Absolutely. It is the university's way of increasing access. We have a more expanded approach now to access to university, and we want to encourage those young males to grab the opportunity now that we have the open campus. It is one of the vehicles that the university is using to increase access.
Very good. You want to add something?
Yes, I wanted to add that is one end of the spectrum, but I also want to point to new master's programs that we are delivering, which are not being delivered by other campuses of the university. For example, there's a master's in adult and continuing education, and of course
this is
these
all
are
via
all
the open
online.
campus.
These are via the open campus. They're all online. So we're catering to people who are busy people, who have responsibilities that would keep them from coming to a physical location, and to people who are in countries that do not have a UWI campus, because we are not just serving Barbados, we are serving all 15 countries. We have a master's in adult and continuing education. We have a master's in literacy studies. We also have laddered programs beginning at the diploma and taking you to the master's in instructional design and distance education. Because since we are ourselves using distance education, we would like to empower the other institutions to do that
Absolutely.
also.
Absolutely.
I also want to point out the collaboration that exists between us and the other campuses. We do not have faculties. We use the faculty members from the other campuses to develop and deliver our programs. So there is no competition among the campuses.
Very nice.
We facilitate the delivery of programs from Cave Hill, Mona, and St. Augustine.
Very nice. Just purely unadulterated educating going on
That's
at
right.
whatever level.
That's right.
And just one other point on research. We are a university, and so we also have to do research. And we have a consortium for social development and research, which includes areas like social welfare training center, labor studies, the women and development.
Yes.
So we are involved in research, and a lot of this is oriented to community development.
All right, sounds good. Now, before we wrap up, in seconds we have left, Dr. Austin, I'd like for you to explain if persons in Barbados would like to become a part of the Open Campus and get their education further on the way, what can you do? Any information, contact information you want to share?
Absolutely. You can contact us at 430-1120 or 430-1121. There are brochures, there's information to be provided. There's a wealth of information there that persons can get about the various programs and how to access them. I think that's an important part of it. How do persons access the program? Because it's important that we start them from wherever they are and work with them. Yes.
I imagine needs are changing as well, so you also, you're making it easier, and the options will also be there. Maybe getting people interested again in some of those jobs that they moved away from. But I want to say thank you very much for coming in and talking with us. Thanks, of course, to Professor Vivian Roberts, the Deputy Principal of the UWI Open Campus, and also thanks to Dr. Ian Austin. He is the head of the Open Campus here in Barbados, but certainly widely spread throughout the Caribbean. Thanks so much for joining and sharing.
Thank you
for having us.
A pleasure. It's